The state of gaming now. Modern games. It's wonderful, isn't it? Game Journo attacks YellowFlash. Flash. Ah. Runs defense for leaked Unhinged Blizzard employee Slack messages. Gaming journalism exposed, defending Activision or activism Blizzard. Blizzard's DEI crusade at all costs. It's their, I dare say, their DEI burning crusade, or their burning DEI crusade. Haha, get it? Because Blizzard, World of Warcraft, burning crusade. Oh god, you slay me. If only, if only. But but um, but the world of gaming journalism somehow continues its incredibly rapid descent into the abyss. Into the abyss. That's where Illidan is going to take us. Are you prepared? And if not, he's extremely disappointed with you. He'll just look at you and be like, "You are not prepared." And you're like, "Yes, Daddy Illidan, I am not prepared." Your duplicity is hardly surprising. Of ideological protectionism. And the latest example here comes from Brian Francis. Where's Francis? You're about to get killed by a Zamboni. Brian Francis, senior editor at Game Developer. His recent article, archive link, titled, "It looks like someone at Activision is leaking Slack screenshots to right-wing X user or Twitter users," is nothing more than a desperate attempt to try and spin the very justified scrutiny occurring right now into victimhood, and while shielding the ridiculous actions of Activision Blizzard's DEI-driven agenda from any form of criticism whatsoever. Leaking the truth or whistleblowing. Francis's piece tries, and fails miserably, I might add, to frame internal leaks from Activision Slack channels as some sort of nefarious right-wing harassment campaign. Where have we heard those accusations before? Everywhere. What's actually happening here is far more basic. We're basic bitches here. We don't want to do anything. It's keep it simple. In this case, keep it simple. These deranged employees are being exposed for their own horrific words and actions. Yeah, it's kind of like when they sit there and like, "Oh man, I wish someone would put a bullet through Trump," but then they act surprised and shocked when it gets leaked online. Well, maybe if you all weren't terrible people, it wouldn't be happening now, would it? Maybe if you, didn't wish for the death of someone just because you don't like them, then maybe your crap wouldn't be online. But you people are so fucking petulant that you wish for the death of someone and then act shocked when it gets put online. You know it's going to be put online at some point. That somehow someone's going to get a hold of it. And yet you do it. You keep doing it. The leaked messages, first highlighted by friend of the channel, YouTuber YellowFlash, reveal that certain Activision Blizzard employees aren't merely discussing DEI initiatives, but instead actively working diligently to silence opposition, push their own divisive ideology, and leverage internal systems to benefit certain groups over others. Imagine that. Rather than acknowledging the problematic nature of these discussions, Francis and his Journo Mafia ilk immediately pivots the conversation to portraying these leaks as an attack on marginalized employees. Of course, it's always got to be about race. It's always got to be about gender. Not because you people are fucking terrible, but because of your skin color or your gender. These people wanting to live in a constant state of victimhood, it's astonishing. They wake up wanting to be offended and oppressed. Not gonna lie, that line of thinking is an impressive reach. I hope they don't freaking hurt their arm. Or I hope they don't snap their neck or anything, you know, or their back trying to freaking with all those mental gymnastics they have to do. Stephanie Peters. Can anyone in HR explain to me why we chose Workforce as our HR platform? As a former partner services employee, I currently are and current platform security threat investigator analyst for the company. I don't feel secure allowing my data on this platform. With the direction of the current political climate and platforms like Meta monopolizing citizen data, I'm genuinely concerned for the safety of our employees, especially our transgender and perpetual state of victimhood. These people do not want to live normal lives. They want to constantly be victims. Who have requested name changes through the system and have given their visa status there, given the speech that ooh Orange Man bad ooh gave today and Elon's Nazi salute. I need something from the company that emphasizes that our employees are safe. Why wouldn't they be safe? Your company is run by leftists. And if there are any people on the right in that company, they're not speaking up. So what do you have to be afraid about? Your HR run by leftists. Your company run by leftists. Everyone who works in that company agrees with you or they're too afraid to speak up. What are you? These companies are filled with leftists who are they're filled with people who hate Orange Man and like what are you afraid of? What he conveniently ignores, though, is that all these discussions were happening on a corporate communication platform where all employees should have expected a level of oversight and accountability. If their views were so noble and righteous, why are they so terrified of transparency? Weird. 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 The safety narrative, a convenient shield against accountability. Francis echoes some hysterical concerns from Activision QA tester Sam Hudson that the leaks have now somehow made it dangerous to be trans or an immigrant at Activision. Hudson claims these leaks have doxed employees, but of course conveniently fails to acknowledge that the leaked messages show employees actively trying to weaponize company policies and HR systems to push their ideology. Rules for me, not for thee, isn't just a saying; it's a mantra for all these types of people. The fact that Activision is being scrutinized for DEI efforts isn't harassment in the slightest. It's accountability. Yeah. You know, these are the same people, like I've said before, you say that you don't, if you say you like cats, they're like, oh, so you hate dogs? Oh my God, that is literal hate speech. They'll call you phobos and ism. These people are ridiculous. These people are just outright, and these are people who are 30, 40, 50, years. And this is, they act like speech is, they act like there is such thing as hate speech. They try to shut down anyone who they don't agree with. You want to know who does that? The very people you claim to hate. Fascists. Fascists try to shut down opposing speech that they don't agree with. Uh, they can try and bend what words mean all they want, but by doing so, they continue to lose the trust from the public and gamers in general. Not to mention the person who screenshot messages and shared them online. That's a huge violation, and we need to know is being taken seriously. Regardless, I will reshape this world as it was meant to be. I will crush any opposition. I will rule. That is what a king must do. We still need some kind of assurance about our data and security around current circumstances. I spoke with HR, and it's going to spark a conversation with the appropriate people to discuss data protection in regards to the current political climate. The entire framing of his ridiculous article tries really hard to say that employees in question are the real victims. despite the fact that they're all acting like terrible fucking people. You know, they go out there and say, kill your local MAGA, and then when it's put online, oh my God, how could you people do this to me? Well, stop being a terrible person. Stop being a terrible person and wishing for violence upon people just because you don't like them. Grow the fuck up. No matter, like, I didn't like Biden, but I would never wish harm coming to come to him. I don't like Kamala Harris and her but I would never wish harm upon them or anyone associated with them. Grow the fuck up. You know, you, like I said, you like, oh, I wish death upon Trump and his supporters, and then like, oh God, shocked Pikachu face when it's put online and everyone's putting you on blast. Oh, how can this happen to me? I've made my mistakes, got nowhere to run except over to blue sky. Because over there is an echo chamber. This is how they succeeded in claiming the game community is far industry for the better part of the past decade. But people are waking up to it and aren't having any of it anymore. Hudson claims that someone who works with us has no problem doxing people. They do know what doxing is, right? Putting your posts online, it's not doxing someone. Again, these people, these leftists, the ones sitting there on Twitter and all that, trying to tell you that you're dumb because you didn't go to college. These people are college educated, and they are the dumbest motherfuckers you can come across. They keep saying doxing. Posting the crap that you write is not doxing. Something that you don't agree with is not hate speech. For a bunch of college educated individuals who claim to be so much more intelligent than us stupid plebs, you sure are fucking stupid. Let's see here. She, her, they, them, dude. Okay, Elon. If a person is determined to be a Nazi at a rally, not immediately kicked out. The rally is a Nazi rally. This one, the hunt begins. Not to mention the person screenshot and a huge violation. Oh, is it okay? That's our safety. This exact post here is actually being shared online on Twitter amongst some other messages. So the persons are still actively doing this. Maybe don't be terrible people online. You know, don't wish harm upon someone just because you don't like them. Stop, going after, gamers and calling them every matter of phobos and ism, wishing death upon them or violence upon them because they're calling you out on your bullcrap. Maybe don't do that. Maybe don't do that. Maybe you shouldn't be using your company, whatever it is, to sit there and whine about Trump and wish death upon people. Maybe you don't do that. It's going to end up online and you know it. And then, shock Pikachu face when it happens. How did this happen? Oh, gee, I don't know. But once again, it's coming from Blizzard. It's coming from Blizzard. You know, we call it activism, Blizzard, for a reason, because that's what the company is now. That's what it is now. It's filled with activists who'd rather sit there and whine about fucking Orange Man bad. And oh my God, I can't come to work today. The results of the election have just really got me upset. My anxiety is bad. I can't come. And yes, that was a real thing. I did a video about that, about how there were leaked messages of them talking about how they couldn't come to work because Orange Man Bad won the fucking election. That's how fucking mentally unstable these people are. You want to know what people would have done if Kamala would have won? You know, on the right, they would have just went to work the next day and went about their lives. They wouldn't have liked Kamala being president, but they would have gone about their lives. They wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't go to work. So, but maybe don't use these private channels in your company as a way to, you know, bash the gamers and you know, talk about how you want Orange Man Bad dead, or, you know, just I'm just saying. I'm just saying, if you want to do that, just make it public, because you're gonna get bashed for it either way. So you can go over to Blue Sky and talk about that crap there. If you want to bash the fash man, if you want Trump dead or whatever, just go to Blue Sky. I mean, it's gonna be screen capped over there as well. So if just acknowledge that you're a terrible person and just be out in the open with it. You know, those private channels should really be used for talking about the game and game, you know, things to improve on, and, you know, it's kind of like a little chat room where the developers and everyone get together and brainstorm. But no, they're like, oh God, Elon Musk is a literal Nazi. Orange Man Bad. Anyway, great work by JT as usual, getting all this stuff, and also YellowFlash for kind of exposing it as well. But is anyone really surprised? This is modern gaming. This is modern gaming now. And you wonder why the last couple of years gaming has sucked for people. Why out of the hundreds of games that have come out during the year, why maybe one or two of them have actually been good. Because you have game companies more concerned about bashing the fash and whining about Orange Man Bad and worrying about DEI crap than they are about making a good product. Modern gaming. If I could turn back time, I'd go back to when gaming was good. Can we get, like, Activision, or rather, can we get Blizzard back in, like, I don't know, Wrath of the Lich King era? That would be great. That would be fantastic. I know Activision had joined them all at that point, but Wrath of the Lich King, 11.2 million players at that time. But then we saw kind of hints of Activision in Cataclysm. But when Activision came along, Wrath of the Lich King was pretty much done. So, but can we go back to that era of Blizzard? Can we do that? That'd be great. That'd be great. That would be fantastic. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.